Is this Jeff Goodman?
Oh, I'm trying to find David Lefkowitz to buy a condo in Florida.
Nobody's moving to Florida. Well, actually, there's going to be a lot of cheap real estate if more old people keep dying in Florida, man.
Exactly. We have plenty to offer.
But you have a thing in Vegas. Vegas has also been, or Nevada has been having spikes in.
Has been. It's getting me a little nervous because I'm supposed to fly to Vegas a week from Wednesday.
Wow. Are you even going to? Are you going to get on a plane, bro?
Yeah, I have to because I don't know if you remember, but I'm moving to Vegas, and this is the last week I can go because I have a second skin surgery scheduled for when I come back.
Oh.
And I have the 2-week quarantine when I come back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, God.
And then I have my skin surgery,
mm-hmm.
And as soon as I'm cleared to go, I'm going to move like 2 weeks after I'm cleared.
You're officially going to move to Las Vegas. You've been wanting to for years now, but
so I have not seen the place that I'm buying yet in person. I've only seen it like through Zoom calls.
Well, wait a minute. I thought you had a place. I thought you had a home in Vegas that you would be moving into.
I do. However, get this one. I have a tenant there.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make people move.
Oh, I know. Yes. That's right. You can't evict them either. You can't do anything. No. They're there.
They don't even have to pay rent if they don't want to.
I hope they are. Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, good. Otherwise, we name them and shame them right here on the show. Oh, and by the way, congratulations to cousin Cynthia, who bought a house. She bought a house in Arizona that she can't move into at this moment. So it's a crazy.
Why can't you move in?
Yeah. Sorry?
Why can't you move in?
Cynthia, you heard the question. Why can't you move in? Well, she doesn't get. I assume she doesn't get on a plane, let alone.
You can drive. It takes like 8 hours.
Yeah. Well, they live in New York, so it would be a 3-day drive. Yeah. So. Jeff, you there? By the way, I didn't even give this man a proper introduction. So this fella is Jeff Goodman. I've known him because he's a theater critic and a friend of a friend also of Charlie Gross that we have both known for about 4 decades now. Jeff is a former theater critic, and we just became fast friends. He also lives out on the island.
Temporarily.
Yeah. No, Cynthia is saying they can't move to Arizona because of COVID. There's no hospital beds if they get sick out there. I guess it's spiking in Arizona, too.
Well, Arizona's worse than Nevada.
Is it really? Yeah. Well, but in Arizona, at least it's just temporary. Oh. Get it? Get it? That's a joke.
Were you trying to be funny again?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just kind of. So I mentioned earlier in the show that I've known Jeff for all these years. He has been on our show. You are on the 18th episode. That's the first time we had you on the program back in 2003, early 2003. Many, many times since then. There was about 2 or 3 years when you co-hosted the program when we were on WGBB on Long Island. And we still check in with you every once in a while.
And when we went to Stony Brook all those times.
Oh, God, I remember that, the Little Big Time. We tried doing a whole other show. We were having a great time. And then, hell with that radio station. But anyway,
whose fault was that?
It was my fault. I totally admit. I don't want to go there. I don't want to talk about that. But what I do want to talk about is you mentioned, first of all, you mentioned moving or wanting to move to Las Vegas and getting another place that you're buying that you saw it on Zoom and yet you physically won't be there before you buy it.
Well, as long as they don't close Vegas before next Wednesday, I'm going to get on a plane to take a look at it.
Oh, so you don't have to commit to it until you see it?
I'm pretty much committed to it because I did a tour on Zoom.
Yeah.
And we're in, I made an offer, I've an accepted offer, and I think right now we're in the final days of my due diligence period. Right. And I did an inspection, so I wrote a list of what I want fixed in the apartment.
Good.
And then they come back and say, we're either going to fix it or we'll give you money or we're not going to fix it and not give you any money.
So you have a person there who's kind of the broker is working in your interest who's saying this is this and this and this, right?
Well, I not only have a property broker, but because I have a place in Vegas, I also have a separate person who's a property manager.
Good,
So
good.
if I've got questions, I can pull them.
Now, the other thing that you mentioned, though, is you mentioned, I have a second skin surgery. Like, people might be thinking that you've got skin cancer, God forbid, or something like that. This is elective. I don't know how much we've told about all this over the past few years, but Jeff is half the man he used to be, as Paul McCartney.
Actually, a third of the man.
A third of the man he used. Jeff, at his highest weight, was, what were you, about 450?
I was 527 pounds.
Gewalt. And I knew this man. I mean, you were walking with a cane. You were enormous. You couldn't sit.
Reason. I was walking at 527.
Wow.
The cane was because my hip was bad.
Well, yeah, but you're putting all this pressure on your hip by being that weight. You couldn't sit in the theater comfortably. Sorry?
No, I wasn't fitting into theater comfortably. That was a big problem.
Yeah. I mean, you're as big a theater goer almost as I am, and here you want to go into these tiny little Broadway seats, and
turns out they're not that tiny.
Well, I don't know. Comparatively, maybe for leg room.
Let me tell you, I fit in fine now.
Well, what?
Now they're wide to me.
Well, now they're going to be couches. Well, no. That'll be the good thing that comes out of COVID. They're going to make things more, you'll have room to breathe in a theater. Joyce is supposed to say something, yeah. Oh, I also want to apologize to people and to Jeff, because Jeff was supposed to be, you were supposed to see him. You were supposed to see the transformation, because I put up pictures of Jeff with the shows that he's been on over the years. And in the photos, he's a very, very large man, right? We've never had him on video. And he had, surgery to have weight loss and also just good dieting practice. And it's not just been a couple of months now. It's been, 2 or 3 years?
It's been almost 2.5 years.
2.5 years, Matt Mazel. And you're in the what? You're in the 170, 180 range, is it?
This morning I was 180 pounds, 0.2. I can't break that 180 barrier.
You don't need to. You're fantastic. I understand that this man at his peak was 527 pounds. He's now under 181. Think about it. And I've seen him. We've gone to the theater together in his new persona, if you will. It's fantastic. Okay? Nobody gives you in a good way. Nobody gives you a second look because you're completely normal.
I don't get anyone telling me, because I think I've told the story a million times. I had a woman, but I always tried to be nice because I knew I was big, and I kind of always apologized. I said, if I ever make you uncomfortable, the person in the next seat, I said, just tell me.
Yeah.
This one woman took a look at me and went, wow, you take up a lot of that seat.
Nice. Real nice. Yeah. But then again, you got people you're sitting next to who might have paid $150 for a ticket, and they're going to realize, I'm not going to have leg room. I'm not going to know. I mean, you understood that. You weren't oblivious.
No, I would. Yeah. If there was a way to lift up that armrest, I would have lifted up the armrest.
But here's the deal. You did something better. You lost some weight, and then you got some surgical. You got the gastric stomach thing, yes, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, no, I had a full gastric bypass, but that's only like a kick. It's really a kickstart. It's not. I just want to stress to people, if anyone is considering it, I fully think it's a great thing. However, you have to be mentally ready for it. It's only a kickstart to weight loss. What it does is it helps you lose weight faster, so you see the results, and it prepares you mentally.
Mm.
So if you go back to your old habits, not only will you gain back what you've lost, because everyone loses like 50 to 100 pounds, depending on how big you are.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't follow the rules and go back to your old habits, you're going to gain it all back, and then probably more.
Wow. But isn't there the thing of they do a thing to your stomach where if you eat too much, you're going to explode, or it blows up the thing?
What it does is there are two types of, there are three, but two are used commonly these days.
Yeah.
There's the bariatric sleeve, and then there's a gastric bypass. The bariatric sleeve, they cut out a part of your stomach, and they make your stomach much smaller, so it looks like a little banana.
Oh, yeah.
the gastric bypass is for people who need a lot more help.
Oh, okay.
And they take your stomach and they completely cut off a piece of your stomach, and they separate your small intestine. Your stomach is then resectioned to the end of your small intestines, and
yeah.
it's kind of weird. But
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're completely bypassing most of your small intestines. Now, either way, if you eat too much, your stomach is a muscle, and the
Right.
stomach will actually enlarge. So it'll, if you, it's like a balloon. If you put more air in a balloon than it will fit, it'll just keep going and going and going.
At some point it'll pop. No.
No, but the balloon is not a living organism. So the stomach will just expand, just like your skin expands to
True. To take in when you get
mass.
yeah. Oh, so you had that done, and then you already looked amazing, but then you had to have skin surgery to remove flaps and folds.
You
And,
don't have to, but there's a large, you have a lot of skin. It does shrivel up a little bit, so it's not that bad, but I had a ton of skin. The first section I took out below my belly button and above my bikini line.
yeah.
And the skin, when they stretched it out, was 5 feet by 2.5 feet, I think, or maybe 3 feet.
Jesus. Yeah.
But it was a lot of skin, because as you know, I went from a 68-inch waist to now a 36-inch waist. So this.
I have to tell because I'm like a 33. No joke.
Right.
I mean, I've got a big of a tummy. I would be like 32 if I were the proper weight, but it's like, think about that. Jeff is now 36 weight. That's a completely normal waist. It is fantastic. Although it's interesting that when you had that surgery, they threw in a bikini wax for free.
It was. Well, they do. You get a free shave.
There you go. But so now you're going to go in for, God willing, it should go well, more surgery.
Yes. They removed the stomach part. There's a little piece that they actually didn't remove enough skin, so they're going to do a little revision there.
Yeah.
And now they're going to take off the side skin, which is, basically like a little bit below my armpits.
Yeah.
And they pull that because there's some. I don't want to go into.
No, please don't. Please don't. No, don't. Yeah.
But I do have a lot of skin around my man boobs. So,
don't we all? Well, that's because it's fatty muscle tissue, isn't it? Like women's boobs is fat, so it's no.
My fat was stored under there, so the skin. What happens when you're storing all this fat volume? Your skin grows because it also is a muscle, an organ. It's an organ or a muscle, and it grows.
Uh-huh. It is gross.
Do it on a potato. Do it on a
No.
Anyway, Joyce we're going to demonstrate what Jeff is saying brilliantly. Joyce thought of doing this on a potato. So keep explaining. We have a potato that we're holding up for the camera, and we're going to explain.
Don't you potato explain to me?
Spud-splaining. We do it all the time. Okay, so I've got a potato. I'm holding him up. Hi.
So I have a lot of skin around my man boobs.
Yes.
Now, normally, if you want to do that, you would have something called a gynecomastia.
Oh.
But the gynecomastia is not covered. And it also, I really didn't want to, I was not looking forward to that surgery because what they do is they take off all the excess skin. So they take off all your skin, and then they go to the skin that they removed, they cut out your nipple, and they sew it back on. That sounded a little painful.
Yeah, no kidding, man. No kidding. Oh, no. Wow. Yeah.
I know. But I said, well, if that'll make me look normal, that'd be fine. But that turns out is not covered by my insurance.
Well, we're gonna show. We're demonstrating the removal and reattaching of a nipple to potato here. So
you remove basically the entire breast, and then you just sew that together and then put a nipple as a bow on it.
I mean, this is what they do for women with cancer. I get that. I mean, sure, yeah.
Right. It's exactly the same surgery. So the gynecomastia was not covered, but this other surgery, I don't know what the technical name for it is covered. And I had problems with side skin anyway because I have so much on the side that if I toss in in my sleep sometimes.
Yeah.
I literally pinch myself awake.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
You know,
do you get
think about it.
chafing? Do you have, like in hot weather, do you get rashes and chafing just because there's that?
That is mostly your waistline. That's why that was the first to go. This I don't get chafing because, I don't know, I guess it moves around the shirt, you know, wipes it or something. I don't know. Not really sure. But I haven't had a lot of problem with skin irritation.
Okay, well,
But it's just the lack of sleep some nights when I go, ow.
ow. Well, yeah, because you're literally you're putting your elbow on yourself, right? You know, it's like it's like giving yourself an Indian burn. Yeah.
You roll it and your skin rolls under you, so it's weird. It pinches you.
And by the way, I apologize for using the phrase Indian burn. A Native American First Nations burn is the proper name for it now. So, how else have you been? What is that?
Wait, I have to tell you, this is going to be a favorite part of the new surgery.
Oh, God, what?
So they take that skin off, and they kind of take it off in, what would that be, 2 vertical cuts, you know, and they sew it in a vertical line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it pulls the skin from your chest apart, makes my chest flat. However, and here's your favorite thing, this is going to be your favorite thing now.
Yeah.
I'm going to have side nipples.
Wait. What? Wait, again. Side nipples.
Because think about it, if they're pulling all the skin to my side, they're flattening my chest.
Yeah.
But since they're not taking off the skin and sewing the nipples back on in the correct place, I'm taking off. On my left side, you'll be taking all the left skin off. So my nipple, my left nipple will be pulled to my left, and my right nipple will be pulled to my right, and it's going to make the skin tight.
Yeah. But are your nipples going to stay there? Are you going to have nipples like by your armpits?
I'm going to have nipples closer to my armpits.
Okay. Oh, so it's not going to be. Oh, wow.
So I'm going to have side nipples. So they're not on my side, but they'll be. You know where yours are?
Yes, I know where my nipples are. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, check to make your nipples haven't moved. And so my nipples will now be halfway between where they should be and my armpits.
Okay. You know what? It's kind of a shame you're not a woman, because then you could maybe nurse hydrocephalic babies. Like 2 babies with really big heads.
Cynthia said you do it all the time.
But I couldn't nurse Siamese twins.
But wow, I just didn't realize that your nippies are going to be, you know, okay, wow. But at least they don't have to take the nipples off and reattach them. They're just going to put them in a new neighborhood.
It actually sounds better for me, honestly.
Yeah, fabulous. That's okay.
But I figured, you know, moving to Vegas, I'll be in the pool a lot. So if someone asks me, I'll just say my parents paid extra.
Oh, no.
I got the deluxe nipples.
Oh, God.
That's right. You got the Ben Turpin nipple. You know, it's sort of one is this way, the other is kind of pointing in another direction. But let me ask how.
What's that?
Joyce wants to know, like after the first skin surgery, how? Well, you asked, how was the pain of the recovery?
I had no pain. It turns out when you do not cut muscle, I think there's no pain. Honestly, I didn't even take a Tylenol after the surgery.
Whoa.
I came home. You have a big incision. You wear a binder, but you know the harder. Yeah. You just because you have to wear a binder so you don't put any stress on the skin. You know, it keeps the skin from pulling apart.
Yeah. I'm binding potato as we speak. There we go. Ooh. There we go. He's good. Oh, and again, I never fully apologized. We were going to be seeing Jeff. He wasn't. We weren't going to ask him to lift his shirt or anything, but just to see what Jeff looks like for the first time on this program. We were going to Zoom talk to him, and then it turned out, of course,
maybe in 2 weeks when I'm in Vegas, I can tell you about Vegas, and we can Zoom that.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Because what happened was, go figure. On this particular morning, the Zoom server that we've been using is down for repair for the day and probably the weekend. So literally, I'm going to Zoom, and it's like server not recognized. It's a blank page. I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. So that's why. And when I tried to do a a Zoom that wasn't from that server and won't allow me to go live on Facebook. So I was between, shall we say, a rock and a nipple place on that. But hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks. But Jeff, first of all, I don't want you to go. Will you stay with us, first of all, to do our Today, Yesterday quiz?
You'll be good.
Okay.
Yay! Yay! But before we get to that, I want to ask you, how have you been managing the past 3-4 months during the pandemic? What's it, you're single, you have a dog, I think? Or do you still have
What's barking in the background as we speak?
I know, yeah.
What kind is he?
What is it? Is it a shepherd or what is it?
No, I have a puggle.
Oh, he has a puggle.
Well, what I believe is a puggle.
Tell him next time he has to show us the dog.
I have a puggle too. It's 4.5 inches.
Vegas, he's not coming with me to Vegas this time.
Oh. Who's looking after him?
My friends will come to my house and feed him once a day. And he has a doggy door, as always, since he did survive a fire that way.
Right, and we were talking about that earlier, that your house burned down.
Lisa says hi.
Lisa who? Lisa
from your right
My
hand.
Lisa. Yay, welcome, Lisa. So, but how have you been? So you've got the dog, you've got friends, but was it tough the past bunch of weeks?
It's been boring, it's been lonely, but you do what you have to do. You survive.
Okay. I mean, do you watch a lot of TV, a lot of Netflix, a lot of, I don't know.
I watch a lot of, YouTube is my best friend. I've been watching a lot of theater, including high school theater.
Really? Yeah, okay. Any really good high school performances?
There are. You'd be really surprised.
Like an example of something a show that you actually watched.
Yeah, well, I watched some high school chose to do Bat Boy of all things.
Oh.
What?
Bat Boy the musical, yeah.
It wasn't the best, but it was actually, it was great. I now, remember all the new, the jokes, because you don't never get the book on the album.
Right, yeah.
So that's why, I listen to a lot of, they choose such weird subjects. I love there's so many things. There's a lot of London theater, because they tape the
Royal National. Yeah.
Yeah, they like the one show that they never brought to Broadway, which I just love, is a show called Our House, which is based on the musical of the group Madness.
Oh, I know that's what it was up. I went to see that. Yeah. Our House in the middle. Yeah.
It's really good. It's very much like If Then. It's a whole story about a choice. What happens if a choice was made the other way, and the two ways. And in the middle of one song, he splits into two people.
Wow. And his nipples went both ways when he did that. It was kind of interesting. Yeah.
That was a quadra nipple.
but no, is the music from Madness? Did they do like House of Fun and Our House and all that?
Yeah, Welcome to the House of Fun is in the very beginning.
That's one of the greatest songs ever. Yeah.
Oh, there's so many good songs for Madness.
Oh, good. Oh, I should have seen that. I don't know which one, because the National does a different show. I think every 2 weeks they change it up. No?
Just go on YouTube and look up Our House the Musical, because someone posted it to YouTube.
That one's on you. Oh, I'm going to see it. I am so going to watch that. Thank you, man. Yeah.
It's really good. And then they also had the MTV
the girl with the dog in the law school.
Yes, Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde, right. So that's
one of my favorite. Just it's like snacking on musicals, because it's just so cute and funny, and it's not great, but it's fun.
Can I ask you? And Joyce is going to be mad at me for asking this, but have you seen either in person or on Disney Hamilton?
I have.
And
it's good. It's just different than being in the theater.
Oh, no, I know. But when you saw it in the theater, was it amazing or a little overrated? What?
Oh, it's amazing. It's really amazing. But really, the whole thing with Hamilton is once you see it, and then you read about it, and you learn why the turntables are there and why the set is what it is. Because I've been doing a lot of, I learn about a lot of stuff now, because I've been just overdoing it.
We have nothing else to do. Why not? Yeah. So.
Yeah, but and have you seen Hamilton?
I've never seen it. No.
Okay. At some point, it's a double turntable, and the turntables run in different speeds, and they run backwards and forwards. So when it runs clockwise, it's because the world is spinning so fast. Things are moving so fast. And the speed at which this turntable moves is also the speed at which the action takes place. And and sometimes it just stops. That's just because it's a moment in time.
Yeah.
But there is one or 2 points at which the turntable goes counterclockwise. And that's because you're either inside Eliza Hamilton's mind or they're thinking about the past. So it's just amazing what goes into these things. And the whole set is scaffolding based on the what would be 18th century building techniques. That's why it's all scaffolding. Then because it's the construction of a new country.
Yeah.
I mean, when you read about that, and I listen to that and a lot of other sets and costumes, you listen to the designers and oh my God. So when I've seen Hamilton like 3 or 4 times and online.
Oh, so you've gotten Disney and you've watched it that way. I didn't realize.
No, you can get Disney. I got Disney and I have it there.
Right. That's right. I'm wondering how you got to see it online. So, all right. So, it sounds like everybody else. You've been bored and looking for stuff to do, and it's been tough. But you've managed. You like everybody else. You're getting along, as it were.
I believe in always. I have a lot of different philosophies, but as you know, I'm a pretty happy person. Yeah. And I believe you have to choose to make your own good time. You can either sit and complain about stuff, or you search out and find your own good time.
So it can be Jewish, or you can move beyond that, essentially.
No. I always tell people I have not a big sign, but a little sign in my thing, and maybe if you Zoom with me, you'll see it in the background. I have a motto in my life, which is choose happy. It's because I think you can choose to complain, or you can choose happy. So I choose happy.
What if you're Rabbi Saul Solomon and you are happy when you choose to complain?
Oh, well, then you don't get Jeff Goodman as a listener.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not a big fan of the rabbi.
I know you're not a big fan. Thanks, Jeff. The rabbi thanks you for
Jeff
that.
was the first one who got on.
But that's okay, because I think that, I'm not the only arbiter of good taste. But it's like there's a lid for every pot, right?
Well, hopefully, one assumes, yeah.
So look, you've done shows and you get audiences and they like it and they come back, and good for you. It's just not my taste. It's just the same thing.
No, it's fine. No, I get that. I'm making little comical allusions to Rabbi Saul never being happy, and that's what makes him happy. I know. Yeah.
Well, it's not. No, I like the idea that he's never happy. I do. But there's certain parts of the rabbi that I don't.
Well, his knees. I never really particularly liked his knees. They have an issue.
Well, I have a problem with the whole face thing, but that's...
Do you really? Yeah, do you really? Speak now, we're going to face up to the fact that we have to do a segment here on Dave's Gone By, and Jeff has kindly said that he will join us for this segment that we're doing on the program. We do it every week, and I know Jeff and Cynthia are watching and listening, so this is going to be fun, because you're going to get to play against Jeff and Cynthia and maybe my cousin Mark and everybody else who's watching. It's a trivia quiz that we call Today, Yesterday. And what it is it's just questions about things that happened in history on July 18th, since today is July 18th, 2020. So what I will ask you, Jeff, is that when I ask the question, if you know the answer to the question, don't say it immediately, because there's a lag between when people at home are watching. We want to give people at home a chance to see if they can answer it for themselves.
Okay, that's fine, because it doesn't matter, because I know nothing anyway. So
no, you know, a lot of these are trivia questions. You'll get some of these. But what I'll just ask is, I'll ask you when it's time for the answer.
You will tell me when it's time to answer. Do I have to answer in the form of a question?
You know what? You don't. But I find myself doing that no matter what I'm watching. I'm always saying, what is and where is Alex? Yeah. Trebek. And by the way, Alex Trebek is apparently doing okay. So that's one of the nice things we heard this week. Well, he's dying, but he's dying more
No,
slowly.
he's not dying. He has a cancer, and hopefully he's in remission.
Well, he's got the kind of cancer that doesn't necessarily remit, but apparently he's in better shape now than he was. So that's quite wonderful. Anyway, I am no Alex Trebek, but it is time for our weekly segment, Today, Yesterday. Are you ready to play, Jeff?
I am.
And Cynthia and her husband, Jeff. There's another Jeff. And Lisa is playing. So folks, if you're playing at home, you can also try and beat Jeff Goodman with your answer by typing in the answer in the comments and seeing if you're correct. Oh, so are we all ready? Is everybody ready?
Okay, I have both of the Facebook sides.
Does this game have a winner?
No, there's no prizes.
Cynthia
Oh, well then it's not worth playing.
What,
some
Cynthia?
have a good time complaining.
Yeah. So here we go.
Okay.
The year is 1925.
Okay.
4.5 years of struggle against lies, stupidity, and cowardice was the original title of this book, as translated into English. The book was published on this date under a much shorter title. Can you name the author and its shorter name? So, Jeff, if you know it, don't say it.
Repeat it.
I'll repeat the
Oh,
question.
you're getting thumbs up.
July 18th, 1925. 4.5 years of struggle against lies, stupidity, and cowardice was the English title for this book, which was published today under a much shorter title. Can you name
I think Cynthia's typing.
the author and that title? So Cynthia and Jeff are typing. We're going to give them first dibs. And Jeff, don't tell me the answer but do you think you know the answer?
No, I have a guess.
Okay, you have a guess. Great. Hold the guess.
Wait.
Hold the guess as we wait for our. Because you're not on a delay. You're kind of immediate. So I want to give people who
I
are
don't know.
delayed.
I'm holding my tongue.
Oh, that's. You probably have to let your tongue go in order to talk, because otherwise it's going to be really.
I did give you a head make it.
So Cynthia, type quick because we're going to start giving a countdown for our question.
I said send Jeff answer.
And let's see. Oh, I've got to maybe lower it down.
Oh, wait,
Okay,
wait.
they have an
I
answer.
got
Don't say it.
I
Don't
got
say it.
I got it.
Jeff, you can't see their answer. What is your guess?
I'm thinking maybe Dostoevsky's War and Peace.
And
Good try.
from Cynthia and Jeff say Mein Kampf from Adolf Hitler.
Cynthia and Jeff are saying no, it's Mein Kampf from Adolf Hitler. And the answer is... Well done, Cynthia and Jeff. Mein Kampf means my struggle. And Hitler's going to have this big, long title, and they told him, no, you'll never sell any books that way. So he shortened it just to Mein Kampf. So 1-0 for Cynthia and Jeff, 0-1 for my Jeff Goodman. But lots more questions to go. Are you ready
Did
for
anyone
questions?
online get it? Did anyone listening get it?
I don't know if any other listeners have it, but
Cynthia
I know.
and Jeff got it.
Yeah, Cynthia and Jeff.
Nobody in the
are rocking it.
in the chat in the watch party.
Not everybody. I mean, not everybody types in answers or participates that way. Folks at home, they're just listening to the questions and seeing if they get them right.
Oh, well, now I have both on. This is like okay. I'm gonna send
Okay. Oh,
Wait, give me a second.
okay. Joyce has to do something on her computer.
Well, if someone types in from who's listening at home, if they get all of the next ones right, I will send them a prize.
Oh, that's so sweet, Jeff. Well, there's 8 questions in all. We've got 7 more.
Okay, anyone who gets 6 or more, I will send them
So
a
I just
prize.
wrote David. I thumbed up their answer correct, and I said thumbs up for correct answer, not for the man named.
Yes, we're not giving Adolf Hitler a thumbs up.
Okay.
No. All right, next.
Wait, I gotta go. Hold on.
Oh, hold on.
I made a mistake.
Got some technical stuff here to work out.
I'm an idiot.
While I remind everybody that Hewlett Minuteman Press are the copy kings of Broadway. Since the mid-1970s, the Torong family has owned and operated Minuteman, the franchise in the heart of Hewlett. And if you tell them Dave sent you get 10% off any job, big or small. Hewlett Minuteman Press, they are the copy kings. Are you ready for the next question, Jeff?
Cynthia said laughing out loud.
Yes.
We're ready.
Here we go. The year 1929. He put a spell on us. Born today in Cleveland is this flamboyant singer who would make comic use of voodoo props and even start his concerts by bursting out of a coffin. Who is this performer who had a featured role in the Jim Jarmusch film Mystery Train?
I put a spell on you.
There you go.
Because you're mine.
You should be playing that song.
I can't play music. And if I play music, Facebook throws me off and YouTube won't do copyright. I can't play music anymore. All I can do is original content. Not that I mind.
You singing, honey.
So I put a spell on you. Born today in Cleveland is this flamboyant singer who used voodoo props and he would actually start his concerts by jumping out of a coffin. Who is he? Who was featured in the Jim Jarmusch film Mystery Train. So I'm waiting for an answer from...
Is it Ricky Martin?
It's not Ricky Martin.
Justin Bieber?
It's not Stephen Sondheim. It's not Justin
Bieber?
No. It's not Kate Smith, although I would love to see that.
Harvey Firestein?
It's not Harvey Firestein. Do we have or something?
I put a spell on you.
Because you're mine.
We got a delay. You gotta wait, babe.
Okay, let's see if we're getting... Now, Jeff, do you have...
That's the wrong... What?
Do you have a guess on this? Wait, to hold it, but do you have a guess?
I have no idea who sang that song.
Oh, wow, okay. It was covered... Well, it's been covered by a bunch of people, including Nina Simone, but I'm going to give it a couple more seconds for Cynthia and Jeff to maybe come up with something.
I just said
Well, they're looking on their computer, so that's not bad.
I'll give you a hint. Ah!
It's Screaming Larry.
Well, it's not Screaming
Did
Larry.
you rupture your hernia again?
Joyce is asking if you ruptured your hernia again.
Oh, Jay Hawkins.
There we go.
Jay
Took a
Hawkins.
while. Screaming Jay Hawkins is the answer. Took you a while. I don't know, Cynthia and Jeff. That's like, I'll give you a half credit on that.
No, tell Jeff they usually win. They're like that Jeopardy Ken,
They usually get like 60 or 70, sometimes 80% right. They're pretty good.
Okay,
But, okay.
Do they have the computer on? Is that the deal?
What about their computer?
Well, you could just look it up.
Well, yeah, but
We're going on the
it's the honor system. It's true. And it's better to be honor than offer, if you know what I'm saying. And I think you don't. But ow, Joyce is smacking me. But, we say don't Google, don't play fair.
Unless you get a good offer.
1938 is the year of our next question. Remember, all these things happened on July 18th. 1938, this pilot got the nickname Wrong Way when he landed in Dublin, Ireland, today on a flight that he was supposed to be taking to Long Beach, California. Now, it's still unclear whether this Wrong Way location switch was intentional, but he will forever be known for his Wrong Way nickname. What was his last name?
Oh, Cynthia says Jeff is the smarter one.
Well, Jeff is very smart. I think she's also meaning her husband, Jeff. But here we go. So I'll read it again. This pilot got the nickname Wrong Way when, on this date in 1938, he landed in Dublin, Ireland, instead of the intended target, Long Beach, California, which, if you think about it, is literally all the way in the wrong direction. Jeff, do you want to take a guess on this one?
Wrong Way Wooten.
What was that? Wrong Way who?
Wooten?
Wooten.
Oh,
No.
have an answer here.
We have an answer.
It's just they have one word. It's like Corrigan.
Wrong Way Corrigan is the correct answer. It was Douglas Corrigan, whose autobiography, That's My Story, was turned into the movie The Flying Irishman.
It was my story that my.
What?
Story that my.
A Story That My.
He went backward.
Oh, that's brilliant. Wow, I like that.
You didn't get it, though.
And Corrigan made money off his reputation, including when he was later in life, he endorsed a watch that ran backwards, which is kind of cool.
Did he make our GPS?
That's true. Well, he made
But
our
I don't
lives, I
understand
think.
how he couldn't figure out he was flying over water instead of land.
Look at JFK Jr., right? I mean, at
You
night...
have to be a sight flyer, not an
Yeah.
instrument.
When you're up in the air over clouds, all you see is clouds, I guess.
You're supposed to be a sight flyer, not instrument
It had to take him a little time.
But the thing was, he had wanted to fly to Dublin for some reason, and he was denied permission. So people still say that there was some intentionality behind. He wasn't really going the wrong way. He was going the exact way he really wanted to go.
He's like, he's
So,
passive
I
aggressive.
mean,
He's like me. He's passive aggressive. That's nice. Thank. Or
you
they say he missed the off ramp. Okay, we got another question.
You should know if you're going east or west.
What about East and West?
I said there are things called compasses in planes, and they should know if they're
They
going
should
east
know.
or west.
That's why people think it was too. But then again, you've had football players on the field run in the wrong direction and score for the opposite team.
Well, that's because they get turned around and they get,
You get confused.
yeah.
I mean, JFK Jr. didn't know he was flying upside down. I mean, I don't know. Anywho, our next question in our Today Yesterday quiz goes to 1966. Jeff, you're going to love this one.
Cynthia said he missed the article.
Okay.
31 and a half. I read it. I read it on the air. 31 and a half year old scientist Carl Sagan didn't have a birthday today, but he did hit a milestone. How old was he in seconds? Okay, don't say it.
What? Wait.
It's a great question. I know the minute I give the answer, you're going to love it.
Uh-oh.
But here's the deal.
Say it again. Go slow.
July 18th, 1966, Carl Sagan was 31 and a half years old. Wasn't his birthday, but it was a milestone. How old was he in seconds? Okay, think about it. Think what would be the best answer ever for this. That's kind of the clue. Jeff, do you want to take a guess?
We got one here, if you want it.
Maybe $1 billion?
Oh!
Wait, we got it. 4.1 billion.
Well, no, 1 billion. It's the fourth question. 1 billion.
Yeah.
1 billion is the answer because Carl Sagan, of course, was a billion stars. That was always his phrase. Well done, Jeff. Did you know that, or did you just pull it out? How did you get that one?
I knew he had something, it had to do with a lot of stars, but I thought he said $1 billion. I wasn't quite.
Oh.
Yeah, they used to joke about the way he said it. Yeah, what?
So apologize to Lisa. Apparently our chat is delayed. She got Screaming Jay Hawkins right, but it
Go
was
Lisa.
later. Yeah, so
Yeah.
tell Lisa we're delayed. Sorry. And Fred joined in because he's
Fred from Friendly?
Friendy's a very competitive late start but right answer getter in the quiz.
Okay.
You know Friendy.
So we got all our usual, except for my cousin Mark, we've got all our usual people playing. It's a horse race now.
On Broadway stuff.
This is exciting. Here we go. Let's get to our next question. We go all the way to 1994.
Ooh.
Crayola announces its latest innovation in crayons. This is a multiple choice. Was it scented crayons?
Ew. Smensels.
The 96 color box instead of just 64.
I know what it was.
Organic crayons made of beeswax instead of
No.
paraffin.
No.
Or Crayola washable markers. So that I'll read them again. 1994. Latest innovation in crayons from Crayola. Was it crayons that smell? 96 in a box instead of 64. Organic crayons made of beeswax. Or Crayola washable markers.
I wish we didn't have a choice. I actually one of your choices is my guess.
Good. Don't say it yet. Don't say it.
I'm not
I want to
saying
give
it.
a little
I wait to ask.
ordinary. If it was just sort of you as a contestant, I'd say, okay, what's the answer? But I want to give. We have an answer from Cynthia and Jeff.
Just wait.
We're going to wait for Lisa and perhaps Friendy.
I got too many things, too many windows of people saying stuff to me at the same time.
And by the way, just because people are guessing doesn't necessarily mean they are correct.
By the way, this is scintillating. The waiting is scintillating.
I know.
Waiting.
I know.
Play your
That's a
play your
band.
song for Jeff.
What song goes with crayons?
You just play some music, like weight room music.
Color me blue. Yeah, da, 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 da. You know.
The colors of my life.
There you go.
That's a good one.
From Born.
Okay, so now no one else, David. I think the watch party is just so delayed that they're going to
Yeah.
have to get later.
Yeah, I know, Jeff. I have to vamp so much between question and question just to give people a chance. But Cynthia and Jeff have an answer. What's your answer?
Mine?
Yeah.
That would be the washable markers.
The answer is scented. It was a scented crayons. 96 colors actually happened in 1992.
When did they introduce the flesh color? Remember there was a big crayon that was like flesh, and then people debated what it was?
It was actually made of human flesh. It was a horrible idea.
Oh, I think because of Jeff's Jeff's story. It's
And by the way,
like,
Jeff, you're not fully right. Washable markers came out in 1987. So most of these things were real, except the beeswax one. But in 1994, it was the scented crayon. So yay to Cynthia and Jeff for getting that one correct. They're doing pretty well.
They're 100%, I think.
I hope you don't have to send them a gift. This is, here we go. We got 3 more questions in our Today, Yesterday
I
quiz.
think they're using Google, so.
No,
You could-
no, they don't.
You
They
could
play
send
fair.
them- you could, no, I think one of them has like a medical code, so they can't lie.
That's right. There's an ethics thing. We make people take an oath
Yeah.
when they play this, a blood oath. And then they have to scroll, I love you, Amber Heard, on the wall in their blood to prove that they're, they're playing. That's a joke from earlier in the show. You're not expected to get that. All right, Jeff, are you ready for our next question in the quiz?
Okay.
Sure, I'm ready to get another one wrong.
1994 is the year. Released today by Seal on his second album. This romantic song would later appear on the Batman Forever soundtrack, making it,
I know.
don't say it, Grammy record winner, Record of the Year, and Song of the Year. Name this, and here comes my sibilant S, signature Seal song.
Was it Shake Your Ass?
And Joyce is guessing Shake Ya Ass.
It's an in-joke.
And by the way, Cynthia and Jeff are telling you, Jeff, that they don't get everything right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'll read the question again. 1994, the signature song by Seal was released today on his second album, a romantic number that made it to the Batman Forever soundtrack.
I know
Where
what it is.
you got it. Joyce has it, and I hope I don't catch it from her because I want to stay healthy.
you.
Thank you very much. So I'm waiting for Cynthia and Jeff and anybody else, or Lisa and Friendy.
A clue in the chat.
Let's see. And I can't play it, or else I'll give it away. But it was very, very popular. Even if you don't know or like Seal, you know this song. So, Jeff, do you have? Don't say it, but do you have a guess?
I have no idea. He didn't do it on Broadway. I don't know the music.
Okay.
How sad is my life?
No sadder than mine. Believe me.
I know it. Cynthia don't got it.
Cynthia doesn't have it.
Seal.
Jeff doesn't
Can
have
I
it.
sing it? It's a kiss on a rose, right?
A kiss. That was is accepted. A kiss from a
A
rose.
kiss from a rose.
So-
I don't know about prepositions, baby.
Oh my God, I never even heard of that song.
Oh yes, you have.
Kiss on the rose on the grave.
Louder. Right down on my passion, my pain. Da, da, da.
No.
It's very catchy. I've got to say. That's.
I never liked Seal anyway, so I'm
I prefer
sorry.
walruses.
He's no Terrence Trent D'Arby. I don't do.
Yeah, and let's face it. What does a manatee love best? A tight seal. Thank you very much. I don't know what that means.
Disgusting.
No idea. No idea what that means.
Disgusting.
All right, so you do not have to send a gift to Cynthia and Jeff, but we do have 2 more questions in our Today, Yesterday quiz. Here we go. The year 1995. Published today by New York Times imprint Times Books, is a biography titled Dreams from My Father. It was written by an Illinois senator who was also a former Harvard Law Review president.
That's going to need more discussion.
Name the author. Okay. So the year 1995, an autobiography published by the New York Times imprint. The title of the book, Dreams from My Father, written by an Illinois senator who also happened to be a former Harvard Law Review president. Can you name the author of this book?
Say it again. They didn't hear it. You need maybe Fred would know.
Yeah, Fred might get this one. I can also give a hint if we go like another minute. Oh, we have an answer actually. Jeff, do you want to take an answer on this?
Wasn't the Illinois Paul Simon or something like that? Simon was the last name, I think.
Simon that's a good guess, and it wasn't Garfunkel either. No. What if I told you, Jeff, that it was the first former Harvard Law Review president who was the first black Harvard Law Review president? Does that help?
That helps me a lot.
Okay, who is it? Well, no, I
Jeff,
missed.
he also was a president of the United States.
Well, yeah.
Oh, he was.
Yes, it was.
The only
Well,
African
then I
American.
think I know who that was.
I hope, with that clue, I hope. So who is it?
That would be an Obama.
Yes, it would be. And was it Malika, or was it Michelle, or Barack?
He was born.
Oh my God, was Malika president? Oh, I don't know. I think it was the dog.
That's not
from
them.
Fluffy.
No, but you're right. And Cynthia and Jeff got this one really quickly. It was, in fact, Barack Obama who wrote "Dreams from My Father," all about his years in Kenya, perhaps. Written by, and Obama was a senator from Illinois and former Harvard Law Review president. Well done. Well done. All right, we got one more question. This is a toughie. We go to 2013 for this next question. This American city was $18.5 billion, speaking of billions and billions, $18.5 billion in debt, leading the entire city to file for bankruptcy on this date.
Oh, Fred said it was Michelle Obama.
Oh, there you go, Fred.
No, Mr. Michelle Obama.
Mr. Michelle, that works. So, which American city filed for bankruptcy on July 18, 2013? Was it? It's a multiple choice.
No, don't give multiple choice yet. I have a guess.
Oh, you have a guess. So hold your guess. Hold your
Okay.
guess. And anybody else is welcome to guess first and beat Jeff on this one. Do.
Say it again, honey.
And then if I'm wrong, just include my guess in the wrong answers.
Well, we have already, Cynthia and Jeff have their own guess. What would your guess be? Say it out loud.
Mine would be Detroit.
Yours would be Detroit. Cynthia and Jeff have guessed Detroit.
Whoa.
And the answer is,
Indianapolis.
call the doctor. It's Dr. Detroit, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I didn't even have to give the multiple choice. Well done, guys. Well, Detroit, Michigan filed for bankruptcy back on this date in 2013. Did you just remember that one, Jeff, or do you just think of Detroit when you think of bankruptcy?
I remember Detroit filed for bankruptcy. It was a big thing.
Mm. Yes, that was Michigan, Michigas, ladies and gentlemen. Well, how'd you do, Jeff?
Oh, wait.
I got two correct.
Lisa said Riverside. Her husband Rich said Riverside.
California. Maybe they did bankruptcy too, but I don't know if they did it in
same day.
2013, But nice job, Jeff, and nice job, Cynthia, and her, Jeff, who I think got something like more than half right out of the 8 questions that we did. Certainly they got Obama and Detroit. You don't win a prize, but you win.
They got Obama, Detroit, Mein Kampf. They got the Seal song.
No,
they didn't get the Seal song. They never. And there was another one that they didn't.
I think they only missed 7 for 8, Cynthia said.
Yeah, they got Jay Hawkins. That was cool.
Oh, they also got the Billions.
Billions they got. Yeah, I was very impressed that they got that one. And they got Wrong Way Corrigan. But they did miss, unfortunately, they went 7 for 8, which is very good. Really good.
No, they missed 2.
I'm sorry?
They missed 2. They got 5. They got 6 for 8.
Well,
They got 7 of 8, Jeff.
Yeah, which did they miss?
They
The Seal song, and they got all the others.
Yeah, they just missed
Did
Seal.
Yeah, literally, they got every. Oh, wait a minute. So you may owe them. That's right. You said 6. They got 6 of the next questions right.
Missed crayons.
Right.
And missed crayons in the song. So
Do you want to say what the gift is? What the present is?
Sure, you get. I'm going for my first haircut in a while, so they get all the hair that falls on the floor.
Ah.
That's not. No, come on, man.
Jeff, I thought he was going to make them a balloon thing.
Boy, it's very famous.
Could he make a balloon thing?
Do you have any of your balloon stuff left, or did you sell all of that? Get rid, or did it all burn up?
I don't have some balloon stuff left. They want a balloon?
Lisa says you win the glory. Send Jeff win the glory.
Well, Jeff, it's not nice to sort of be a Native American First Nations giver. Why not, instead of an envelope full of hair, can you just put like a balloon in a 50-cent envelope? Just something that's not going to cost you a lot of money or time or effort, but fulfilling your promise that you would send a gift to whomever.
He could send a GIF, a GIF.
Yeah, it could be an online gift. Send them.
No, I send physical gifts. If they want something balloon related, I will throw a balloon in an envelope.
Or maybe we can offer like a URL to one or two of the best shows that you were watching.
Lisa said she'd rather have the glory than probably that gift.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Well, Cynthia and Jeff, why don't you type in? Would you like maybe the URL that Jeff was watching for the high school show that was really, really good? Or what was that other show you mentioned, the Royal National Show?
Something in Arizona to scare off
Our
the
house.
coyotes.
Our house. So well, you have to Google. I don't know the.
I mean, it's easy
URL.
enough to find. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but what is she using in Arizona to scare
How do you
off
scare off coyotes, Jeff? Is there a way to scare off coyotes in Arizona?
Sure.
What is it?
Fire.
Oh! Send them a match.
Oh, she said balloon is cool. She's up for the balloon.
Oh, balloon is cool. So, Jeff, would you mind terribly? Just putting the balloon
Send
in
it
an
to you
envelope.
and you'll send it to Sin.
Yeah, you can mail it to me, and I'll forward it on to Cynthia and Jeff.
But don't blow in it. Because
Wait, now Cynthia and Jeff said no, they want the human hair. Oh, wait, what? Now they're saying human hair scares off coyotes.
Oh, really?
If only.
Then
Wouldn't
why
scare
do
off the
we attack
Wolfman.
people? We have
Yeah.
hair all over our bodies.
That's true.
Well, hair from my head is very rare.
Jeff is even bolder than I am, quite honestly. I didn't think that was possible. So if you do get follicles in the mail from Jeff, they're kind of precious. You're going to need a tweezer to line them up.
Oh no, there's a lot of hair back there.
Oh, because the back of the head, right? Yeah.
Well, guess what? I get a haircut on the entire head.
Well, yes, as opposed to, of course, it's going to be the entire head. What, are they going to just do the left side? What do you mean the entire head?
Well, they just do my ears. It's the hair from my ears.
Oh, well, I use a nose trimmer for that.
Well,
No, Joyce does that. She'll get annoyed because she'll see there's a hair growing out of my ear.
No, I use the razor.
see, here's the
thing.
problem. The nose is in the center of the face. The ears are on the side of the face.
Yes,
It's
I
like-
know this.
It's like my nipples were in the center of my chest, and my nipples are going to the side of my chest.
Yes. Yeah, but I'm saying, Joyce, well, you don't use a razor. You use my nose trimmer.
No, I use your brawn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, ooh, wow. Well, this has been an exciting conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so if Cynthia and Jeff really do want the balloon, or if you're welcome to not get that. But Jeff, you did make a promise. So
Of course.
if you
I'll
send me
them
a balloon, I will forward it to
with or without the hair.
Jeff and Cynthia. Oh, Cynthia's not kidding. She says that the smell of human hair will deter most small mammals like deer, rabbits, raccoons, and coyotes because they fear humans and domestic dogs.
David,
Urine
sweet.
works too.
Oh, I could send them some of that too.
Jeff, you can't sell it on eBay or Amazon, but you could, I guess, legally send pee in a little container. Would Cynthia and Jeff, would you like some of Jeff's urine? No, maybe so.
I just sent a picture of
Very good.
Of Elmo on a toilet.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. There you go.
What'd they say?
No. Joyce just posted a GIF of Elmo on the toilet. As Cynthia and Jeff. So you have a choice, Cynthia and Jeff. Do you want the balloon? Do you want Jeff's hair, or would you like or would you like pee from
Or
Jeff?
a balloon filled with hair.
But would you like it? Well, it won't it pop the balloon then? If the balloon was filled with hair? I'm not sure.
Well, yeah. Well, I would not send it inflated. They'd have to blow into the balloon,
Yeah.
fill it with hair, they blow into the balloon, and then they can pop it and scare the coyotes.
That's a great idea. That would work. The noise and the hair in the balloon would combine to be a really effective coyote repellent. Okay, they want the balloon. Go figure. I thought they'd be, push the envelope a little.
David.
Joyce just sent another GIF of, I guess it's a Pikachu thing-ish, on the toilet, having some issues doing what they're doing, and while holding a cell phone. It's kind of an interesting thing.
But you're
Anyway.
going to have to send me your address so I can mail it to your new home address.
Yeah, it's our old home address, believe it or not. It's just where I was living since I was 12. But, Jeff, I want to finish up the show, so let me thank you so much for being such a fun a guest and a participant in the quiz, but also just such a great fella. And so glad that you're healthy. Have you been tested for COVID?
Oh, Cynthia said maybe I'll get a
No,
gun.
I will be tested for COVID before my skin surgery.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But you've been feeling fine, right?
I feel great.
Thank God. Thank God.
I just so you know the guy who used to walk with the cane. I now walk 2.5. I walk the dog 2.5 miles a day.
Now you sometimes carry a cane in the city just to keep people away from you, which is kind of great.
The one thing the cane taught me, I'm going to use the cane on my flight because you get better seating in the plane with a cane. You get all sorts of. If people see you walking with a cane, a lot of good things happen to you.
Wow. Well, okay. So may more good things happen to you, cane or no cane. May the surgery go. I hope to talk to you on the show in like 2 weeks anyway. Well,
I will carry a cane if I'm able.
Oh.
I know, but that's a you joke, not a me joke.
Well, I don't know what the genesis of that joke was. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible, ladies and
Slow
gentlemen.
clapping.
Joyce is giving you the slow clap, which is better than the gonorrhea I got from her years ago. But ow, she's flicking a nail file at me. Ow, hurty on the arm. Anyway, thanks everybody for playing the game. Thank you, Jeff, for being such a fabulous guest in the neighborhood. Stay healthy. Good luck on the surgery, although we hope to talk to you before then.
Well, you told me hopefully in 2 weeks.
God willing. Yeah.
But I will have to wake up early because it's 3 hours earlier in Vegas.
Oh, so you will physically be in Vegas 2 weeks from now. Wow.
Correct.
Okay. Well, safe, healthy, good flight. Enjoy Nevada. Stay healthy in Nevada. And
Let's hope United. Here's, by the way, I have a teeny tiny story. Can I tell a teeny tiny story?
Go for it, real quick. Yeah.
When I booked my flight, I booked United because they were socially distancing on the plane. And a week after I booked my flight, they go, "Oh, we're not socially distancing anymore." And I said, "What?" So I called them, and I changed my flight to the most unpopular flight because I figured, well, hopefully. Because like right now I have a seat right in the middle of like 5 empty aisles and 5 empty rows of people. I want to be as far away from people as I can. And so I changed the flight. I'm flying out of Newark, New Jersey at 8 in the morning, which means I have to take 2 trains to get to Newark. But considering I'm taking the trains at 4 and 5 in the morning, it shouldn't be a problem.
Well, make sure that trains are running, because is the LIRR on regular schedule at this point, or are they still on emergency?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay. Okay.
We're in phase 5 on Long Island.
Is there a phase 5?
I think so. Well, we're either in 4 or 5, whatever
I think we go into 4, and even 4 isn't a real 4.
We're in 4. New York City's going into a partial 4.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. It's like a 3.76 phase in New York. Well, but either way, Jeff, I hope you are socially distanced on the plane. I hope you are well and healthy, and I thank you. Thank you.
And in 2 weeks, I could tell you, I can tell everyone because I know you have to go.
Yeah.
I will give you my tips on traveling because I've researched it to death, so I could tell you exactly what the CDC and the bigwigs say about traveling, how to travel safely,
and then the real thing of what it really meant when you did it. That's the thing. Yeah, the what they're saying versus the reality. Whatever you do, just don't take a cruise.
What?
Well, I said whatever you do, just don't take a cruise at this point.
That's what they say, because if you looked at the news, Senator Cruz from Texas, Ted, he was on American Airlines, and he did not have a mask on while flying, nor did he have a mask on in the terminal, which is not correct.
That's a Republican for you. That's what they'll do. What can I tell you? Well, again, 2 weeks from now, safe in Vegas, we will be talking again to the marvelous Jeff Goodman. Thank you so much for calling in on this episode of Dave's Gone By. See you soon, man.
Okay, stay safe, wear a mask, and wash your hands.
I wash everything. In fact, I use my hands to wash everything else. I should probably wash my hands before I do that. It's a thought. Anywho,
Pretty much.
talk to you soon, Jeff.
Okay, I'll be here.
Bye-bye, man.
Bye.
Jeff Goodman, ladies and gentlemen, on the 755th episode of the Dave's Gone By Facebookio Podcastio Programmio of the Stream.